Welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we are going to be talking about 10 benefits of starting a catfish farm. We have more than that, but I will give you 10 benefits and maybe one disadvantage. But then again, the benefits outweighs the disadvantage. So if you are having any problem whatsoever in your farm, all you need to do is do a video of this problem and send it to 081-353-48909. I would help you to solve this problem free of charge. Even if you want to start a new farm, I can still guide you on what to do. But remember, Let Us Farm has nothing to sell to you, and I'm not going to ask you to pay any money to join any of my WhatsApp group. It doesn't exist. I'll be right back to discuss this. Welcome back. So, like I said, we are discussing, 10 benefits of starting a catfish farm. Number one, catfish farming is very, very easy for you to start. All you need to know is just some preliminary knowledge of starting catfish farm. All these knowledges, they are just on this page. It's simple. Just check any of my videos, get to my YouTube, Let Us Farm, go to my Facebook, Let Us Farm, TikTok, Let Us Farm, Instagram, Let Us Farm. I have all the simple steps for you to start. Remember, Let Us Farm is not selling anything to you. So have the simple solution for you to start a catfish farm. It is very easy for you to start this business. Then number two, catfish farming. If you do catfish farming very well, it puts money in your pocket. You don't need to start begging people for money. You don't need to start looking for urgent 2K. But what you need to understand is that you have to understand how do you start this processes of starting a catfish farming. So once you understand the simple steps, very simple, you don't even need to buy drugs or anything. No, very simple steps that you can actually do within your house, even in a rented apartment. You can start your cat just knowing these simple steps. Then after that, this puts good money in your pocket every time. You don't always cry of urgent 2K. Like I said, the videos are there on my YouTube. Just say how to start my catfish farming at my backyard. You see everything. Now, number three, the principles of starting this catfish farm is very easy to understand. Look, there are some farming techniques that you have to break down, principles of chemical reaction and all this and all that, blah 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 blah. Some will want you to start buying equipment, very big high-end equipment that ordinarily you can't afford. But in catfish farming, these principles of catfish farming, they are very, very easy. And you can simply, even anybody that did not go to school, you don't need to go to school to understand this principle. No, they are there. Just check on my page, you will see it. You don't need somebody to start taking you to one particular WhatsApp group or to one this thing, say pay this money, come to this seminar. It's a lie. Just get to my page on my YouTube, is there. You just watch the video there and I explained everything. And if you don't understand some things I explained, kindly ask me in the comment section. I will tell you free of charge. Now, number four reason why the benefit of starting a catfish farm is that you don't need any government regulation to start it, especially here in Nigeria. You don't need to go and get one government approval, maybe to come and check your building, to come and check the farm. If you are qualified, you don't need it. Like I said, even if you're a tenant, you can start catfish farming. It's very good, so you can start it. Now, number five reason of benefits of starting a catfish farm is that it has a very wide market. Because I am doing catfish and another person is doing catfish doesn't mean that you cannot do catfish. That somebody has 1 million catfishes in the farm doesn't mean that the person that has 50 catfishes cannot sell. The market is so wide. You can sell catfishes as fresh. You can sell it as dry. You can sell to people that do pepper soup. You can sell to barbecue. You have variety of ways, to do catfish that it has a very, very big market. So there is nothing like, hey, market no day. That means you are not serious to do the business. Now, catfish farming, number seven reason, right, is that catfish farming is a big alternative to red meat or even white meat. Well, you know the economic situation now, so things are going very high. So catfish now steps in. So big boys that still want to live large but money for eating meat and chicken, it's not readily available, but you are still a big boy and a big woman, you can use catfish. It's still a good source of you getting protein in your feed, in your food while you eat. So come on, what are we talking about? And medically, you can't compare catfish with red meat. No, catfish is way better. So no cholesterol and all this stuff. So it's better. It's a good alternative. And then again, number 7 reason is that the demand for catfish on daily consumption keeps going up. Why? Because people use catfish to cook soup. People eat catfish as pepper soup. People do catfish as barbecue. Even in party, they roast fishes. So the demand, it continues to rise because it's a daily consumable. And like I said, like other manufacturing activities, you produce shoe in a day. You produce cornflakes in a day. These things are manufactured using the manufacturing processes. They can be produced in a day, but in catfish farming, you can't produce it in a day. So it's going to take some months, so that for that reason, the demand is something that we cannot even meet half of the demand of catfish on daily consumption. This particular story is very true. It's not like a joke. Then so for some people that are very business minded, some people naturally, they want to be CEOs. They want to have company of their own. They want to control company of their own. This is very good. If you're a catfish farmer, you can now be the CEO of your company. Mr. A Fish Marketing Company. You produce whatever package. So you can, it's a company on its own. So if you have a dream of being a CEO one day, what are you waiting for? Catfish farming is what can make that dream come to life. So it also helps you to be a CEO of you. And then number 9 reason again is that in catfish farming, you don't need so much amount of money to start it. No, there are some businesses that when you want to start now, they tell you that minimum payment for you to start is 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 500,000. Come and register 100,000. In catfish farming, you don't need all these things. No, you don't. Once you have good pond, if you have good pond, you can use as low as 20,000 to start it. The only difference here is that the quantity you will start depends on the amount you invest. So if you are starting with 20,000, you are not expecting to go and start with 50 fishes. No, you come down to what 20,000 can carry, maybe 15 fishes or something. It will work for the feeding, but you should have a good pond. So what it simply means is that any amount of money you have, you can actually start catfish farming. You don't need to have millions to start catfish farming. No, you don't. And then number 10 reason again that many people don't know is that the byproduct of catfish farming, it's a very good fertilizer for vegetables. Very correct. If you're a farmer and you have a catfish farm and you are into vegetables, green, ewedu, cucumber, watermelon, all these type of vegetables, if you have them and you have a catfish pond, hey, do not waste the water again in your pond. All you need to do is connect a hose from your pond to those your farms. Use your catfish water to wet those farms. You will see results. Because the ammonia in that pond, that is good money for vegetable owners. You see people every time they are wasting the water because you cannot keep water, you cannot start carrying the water. But if you have vegetable, even a small garden in your compound, just use the water and wet it, and then the result will shock you because it has a high ammonia concentration in that water. Remember, the whatever is the waste of your catfishes are also in that water. What are we talking about? So these are 10 good reasons why you should think of starting a catfish farm. These things are very easy for you to start, get, and then you are up and running. But again, I have to tell you, one bad thing about catfish farming. Of course, every good thing they always get common. Believe it or not, that's the truth. One bad thing about catfish farming is if you start catfish farming with the wrong knowledge and over sabi idea, you're gonna fail. and you're gonna fail, and you will learn the hard way. So starting a catfish farm with a very poor knowledge, or with over sabi knowledge, or thinking that you know everything when you know nothing about it, unfortunately, it's a disaster that I personally cannot control. So here you have it, your 10 reasons and 10 benefits of starting a catfish farm. And remember, like I said, if you're having any problem in your farm, simply do a video of this problem, send it to me, 081-353-48909, and I assure you to provide you with a lasting solution. Until I come your way next time, my name is Emelifon Oge of Let Us Farm. Keep farming, save of life.